Hi, family. This is day 38 of our Reading Through the Bible Together in a Year series. Today we're covering Numbers, starting in chapter 3, verse 27, going all the way through chapter 5. Now, where we are at so far is that just past giving of the Levitical law starts the book of Numbers. And so now we have God giving Moses commands in order to divide up the people of Israel into the specific groups, specific divisions around the tabernacle, and then starting to give the priests their specific duties. And so it seems as if God is getting the Israelites ready to leave Mount Sinai. So let's continue on and see how that goes today. From Kohath come the Amramites, and the Izharites, and the Hebronites, and the Uzzielites. These are the families of the Kohathites. Those who were numbered of them, the males from 1 month old and over, were 8,600, who were responsible for the care of the holy place. The tents of the Kohathites are to be placed on the south side of the house. Their chief is Elizaphan, the son of Uzziel. In their care are the ark, and the table, and the lights, and the altars, and all the vessels used in the holy place, and the veil, and all they are used for. Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, will be head over all the Levites and overseer of those responsible for the care of the holy place. From Merari come the Malhites and the Mushites. These are the families of Merari. Those who were numbered of them, the males of 1 month old and over, were 6,200. The chief of the families of Merari was Zuriel, the son of Avihal. Their tents are to be placed on the north side of the house. And in their care are to be all the boards of the tent, with their rods and pillars and bases, and all the instruments, and all they are used for, and the pillars of the open space round it, with their bases and nails and cords. And those whose tents are to be placed on the east side of the house in front of the tent of meeting, looking to the dawn, are Moshe and Aaron and his sons, who will do the work of the holy place for the children of Israel. And any strange person who comes near will be put to death. All the Levites numbered by Moshe and Aaron at the order of the Lord, all the males of 1 month old and over, numbered in the order of their families, were 22,000. And the Lord said to Moshe, Let all the first male children be numbered, and take the number of their names. And give to me the Levites, I am Yahweh, in place of the first sons of the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites in place of the first births among the cattle of the children of Israel. So Moshe had all the first sons among the children of Israel numbered, as the Lord said to him. Every first son from 1 month old and over was numbered by name, and the number came to 22,273. And the Lord said to Moshe, Take the Levites in place of all the first sons of the children of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites in place of their cattle. The Levites are to be mine. I am Yahweh. And the price you have to give for these 273 first sons of the children of Israel, which are in addition to the number of the Levites, will be 5 shekels for every one by the scale of the holy place. The shekel is 20 gerahs. And this money, the price of those over the number of the Levites, is to be given to Aaron and his sons. So Moshe took the money, the price of those whose place had not been taken by the Levites. From the first sons of Israel he took it, 1,365 shekels by the scale of the holy place, and he gave the money to Aaron and his sons, as the Lord had said. And the Lord said to Moshe and Aaron, Let the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi be numbered by their families, in the order of their fathers' houses, all those from 30 to 50 years old who are able to do the work of the tent of meeting. And this is to be the work of the sons of Kohath in connection with the most holy things. When all the people go forward, Aaron is to go in with his sons and take down the veil of the curtain, covering the ark of witness with it, and putting over it the leather cover, and over that a blue cloth, and putting its rods in place. And on the table of the holy bread they are to put a blue cloth, and on it all the vessels, the spoons, and the basins, and the cups, and the holy bread with them. And over them they are to put a red cloth, covering it with a leather cover, and putting its rods in their places. And they are to take a blue cloth, covering it with the light support, with its lights and its instruments and its trays, and all the oil vessels which are used for it. All these they are to put in a leather cover, and put it on the frame. On the gold altar they are to put a blue cloth, covering it with a leather cover, and they are to put its rods in their places. All the vessels which are used in the holy place they are to put in a blue cloth, covering them with a leather cover, and put them on the frame. And they are to take away the burned waste from the altar, and put a purple cloth on it, placing on the cloth all its vessels, the fire baskets, the meat hooks, the spades, and the basins. all the vessels of the altar. They are to put a leather cover over all these, and put its rods in their places. And after the holy place and all its vessels have been covered up by Aaron and his sons, when the tents of the people go forward, the sons of Kohath are to come and take it up. But the holy things may not be touched by them for fear of death. And Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, is to be responsible for the oil for the light, and the sweet perfumes for burning, and the regular meal offering, and the holy oil. The house and the holy place and everything in it will be in his care. And the Lord said to Moshe and Aaron, do not let the family of the Kohathites be cut off from among the Levites, but do this to them, so that life and not death may be theirs when they come near the most holy things. Let Aaron and his sons go in and give to every one his work and that which he is to take up. But they themselves are not to go in to see the holy place, even for a minute, for fear of death. And the Lord said to Moshe, let the sons of Gershon be numbered by families in the order of their fathers' houses, all those from 30 to 50 years old who are able to do the work of the tent of meeting. This is to be the work of the Gershonites, the things they are to do and take up. They are to take up the curtains of the house, and the tent of meeting with its cover and the leather cover over it, and the hangings for the door in the tent of meeting, and the hangings for the open space round the house and the altar, and the curtain for its doorway, with the cords and all the things used for them. Whatever is necessary for these they are to do. From the mouth of Aaron and his sons, the Gershonites will have word about all the things they are to do and take up. You are to give them their orders. This is the work of the family of the Gershonites in the tent of meeting, and they will be under the direction of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. The sons of Merari are to be numbered by families, in the order of their fathers' houses. Every one from 30 to 50 years old who is able to do the work of the tent of meeting. And this is their part in the work of the tent of meeting. The transport of the boards and the rods of the tent with the pillars and their bases, and the pillars of the open space outside it with their bases and their nails and cords and all the instruments used, and everything which has to be done there. All the instruments for which they are responsible are to be numbered by name. This is the work which the sons of Merari are to do in connection with the tent of meeting under the direction of Ithamar, the son of Aaron the priest. So Moshe and Aaron and the chiefs of the people took in hand the numbering of the sons of the Kohathites by families in the order of their fathers' houses, numbering all those from 30 to 50 years old who were able to do the work in the tent of meeting. And the number of all these was 2,750. This is the number of those of the Kohathites who did the work in the tent of meeting, as they were numbered by Moshe and Aaron at the order of the Lord. And those of the sons of Gershon who were numbered by families, all those from 30 to 50 years old who were able to do the work in the tent of meeting, who were numbered by families in the order of their fathers' houses, were 2,630. This is the number of the sons of Gershon who did the work in the tent of meeting, as they were numbered by Moshe and Aaron at the order of the Lord. And those of the sons of Merari who were numbered by families in the order of their fathers' houses, all those from 30 to 50 years old who did the work in the tent of meeting, who were numbered by families, were 3,200. This is the number of the sons of Merari, numbered by Moshe and Aaron at the order of the Lord. And all the Levites who were numbered by Moshe and Aaron, and the chiefs of the people, by families, in the order of their fathers' houses, those from 30 to 50 years old who were able to do the work of the tent of meeting and of its transport, came to 8,580. At the order of the Lord they were numbered by Moshe, everyone in relation to his work and to his part in the transport. So they were numbered by Moshe at the order of the Lord. And the Lord said to Moshe, give orders to the children of Israel to put outside the tent circle every leper and anyone who has any sort of flow from his body, and anyone who is unclean from the touch of the dead, male or female. They are to be put outside the tent circle, so that they may not make unclean my resting place among them. So the children of Israel did as the Lord had said to Moshe, and put them outside the tent circle. And the Lord said to Moshe, say to the children of Israel, if a man or a woman does any of the sins of men, going against the word of the Lord, and is in the wrong, let them say openly what they have done, and make payment for the wrong done, with the addition of a fifth part, and give it to him whom the wrong was done. But if the man has no relation to whom the payment may be made, then the payment for sin made to the Lord will be the priest's, in addition to the sheep offered to take away his sin. And every offering lifted up of all the holy things which the children of Israel give to the priest will be his, and every man's holy things will be his. Whatever a man gives to the priest will be his. And the Lord said to Moshe, say to the children of Israel, If any man's wife does wrong, sinning against him by taking as her lover another man, and keeps it secret so that her husband has no knowledge of it, and there is no witness against her, and she is not taken in the act, if the spirit of doubt comes into her husband's heart, and he has doubts of his wife with good cause, or if he has doubts of her without cause, then let him take her to the priest, offering for her the 10th part of an ephah of barley meal, without oil or perfume, for it is a meal offering of a bitter spirit, a meal offering keeping wrongdoing in mind. And the priest will make her come near and put her before the Lord. And the priest will take holy water in a pot and put in it dust from the floor of the house. And he will make the woman come before the Lord with her hair loose, and will put the meal offering, the offering of a bitter spirit, in her hands. And the priest will take in his hand the bitter water causing the curse. And he will make her take an oath and say to her, If no man has been your lover, and you have not been with another in place of your husband, you are free from this bitter water causing the curse. But if you have been with another in place of your husband, and have made yourself unclean with a lover, then the priest will put the oath of the curse on the woman, and say to her, May the Lord make you a curse and an oath among your people, sending on you wasting of the legs and disease of the stomach. And this water of the curse will go into your body, causing disease of your stomach and wasting of your legs. And the woman will say, So be it. And the priest will put these curses in a book, washing out the writing with the bitter water. And he will give to the woman the bitter water for drink, and the bitter water causing the curse will go into her. And the priest will take from her hand the meal offering of doubt, waving it before the Lord, and will take it to the altar. And he will take some of it in his hand, burning it on the altar as a sign, and then he will give the woman the bitter water. And it will be that if the woman has become unclean, sinning against her husband, when she has taken the bitter water, it will go into her body, causing disease of the stomach and wasting of the legs, and she will be a curse among her people. But if she is clean, she will be free, and will have offspring. This is the law for testing a wife who goes with another in place of her husband and becomes unclean, or for a husband who, in a bitter spirit, has doubts in his heart about his wife. Let him take her to the priest, who will put in force this law. Then the man will be free from all wrong, and the woman's sin will be on her. So we're digging into the specific duties of the different divisions of the tribe of Levi and all the priests, and what they were allowed to do and what they weren't allowed to do, and which group had to do which task. Which group was primarily over sacrificial system, and which group had to gather up or set up the tabernacle when they move around. So this is important stuff in the history of Israel. But I think it's odd, right? This chapter 5, all this thing about this woman who's unfaithful to her husband, and the dirty water and drinking it, and if she's guilty, it makes her sick, and if she's not guilty, then she's fine. Super odd, but it's interesting that it's placed right in the middle of all this idea about the priesthood and their specific duties in the tabernacle, and how it's in the middle of what we're going to see tomorrow, continuing on with more tabernacle things and more people of Israel giving sacrifices for the consecration of the tabernacle. So the idea that it's just dropped in here and should be taken all by itself, I wouldn't do that. I would put it in its context, and it's in the middle of all of this tabernacle stuff, which, if you think about it, like, the whole point of the tabernacle is the relationship that God has to his people. And we know that it's one of a marriage-type covenant. So it's interesting that there's this story about the unfaithful wife right in the middle of all of this tabernacle and priesthood stuff. I wonder if there's something to that. But ponder that today, as you have, as always, a wonderful day.